Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we will discuss about Amazon EC2. Okay, EC2 is the Elastic Compute Cloud. So what is Amazon EC2? Amazon EC2 is a core AWS service that provides virtual servers called instances. Okay, in the cloud. So you have to just keep in mind like it is a core AWS service and which provide the virtual servers in the cloud. And these servers can be used to run applications, host websites, process data, or perform computing tasks without buying physical hardware. Okay, so this is the Amazon EC2. Think of EC2 as renting a computer on the internet. Okay, suppose you can think EC2 like a renting. You are taking a computer on the rent and on the internet where you choose CPU, RAM, storage, and OS. Okay, and you pay only for what you use. You have used this CPU, RAM, storage, and OS, so you have to pay only for this. So you can start, stop, resize anytime. So this is the Amazon EC2. Okay, like it is a virtual server in the cloud. Key components of EC2 is first one we will discuss like EC2 instance. Okay, a virtual server that is called the instance. Okay, so a virtual machine running in AWS, this is called the EC2 instance. Example like web server. So for the web server we used basically nginx or apache. Okay, so this is the instance example of EC2 instance. Application server like Java, Node.js, this we are using. Okay, database server, MySQL, MongoDB we used, right? So these are the virtual machines which are running in AWS. Okay, so this is the EC2 instance. EC2 instance types, like there are different instance types, okay, for different workloads. Suppose type is T3 or T4G. So this is used for the low cost or general purpose. Okay. M5 is basically used for balanced CPU and memory. C5 is for the CPU intensive apps, and this R5 is used for memory intensive apps, and G4 or P4 we use for the GPU and ML workloads. So this is the different instance time for different workloads we used. Okay. Example like a blog website. Suppose we made a blog website. For this we can use t3.micro type instance. Okay, and for video processing apps we can use the c5 dot large. Okay, so this is the instance. Next one is the Amazon machine image, AMI. Okay, so it is the template used to launch EC2 instances. Suppose if you want to launch the EC2 instance, so you have to use the template. A template is the Amazon machine image. It includes the OS like Linux, Windows, pre-installed software, configuration. These all are includes in this AMI. Okay. Example like Amazon Linux AMI, Ubuntu AMI, custom AMI with app pre-installed. So these all means already these all will be included in this template. Okay. So this is basically you have to use when you are going to launch the EC2 instances. So this you have to keep in mind. Next one is these all are the components of the EC2. Okay. Next one is the storage. Storage is the like EBS and instance store. EBS, what is this? It's a elastic block store. Persistent storage means data remains after reboot. This is the elastic block store, means once after reboot also your data will be remain same. Okay. Instance store, like a temporary storage, data lost after stop. Once you reboot your system, so data will be lost. So this is the instance store, which is temporary storage of the data. But EBS, elastic block store, it is the permanent, means you can say like the store of the data. Like after reboot, your data will be same. Example, database files. So this is the EBS, but temporary cache. Okay, so this is the instant store. Suppose you will reboot your system, then it caches this temporary data will be deleted. So this is called the storage. Okay. Next one is networking. So networking, under this basically we study about VPC. VPC is the virtual private cloud, your private network. Okay. Security groups, firewall for EC2. Means suppose we use the security group, it work as a firewall, like third party or third member, those who don't have access for this cannot access. So for this, basically it's work like a filter. Okay. Elastic IP, it is the static public IP. Okay. Example, like allow only port 22 for SSH secure shell and port 80 for the HTTP. So this is fixed. You have to use this port 22 for SSH and port 80 for the HTTP. This is the networking. Okay. Key pairs, like it used for secure login into EC2. Okay. For public key, AWS you can use, and for the private key, like user use the private key, right? Example, like SSH login using .pem file. So in this way you can use this key pair for secure login. Okay. So how EC2 works? So simple flow you can see here. First you have to choose the AMI. To launch the EC2, you have to choose the template AMI. Okay. Then select the instance type. Okay. Then configure the storage and network. Then launch EC2. This is launch instance. Okay. And then connect and use. So this is the simple flow of how EC2 works. And in this way, after that, you will be able to use the EC2. Okay. So now let's discuss what all the benefits of Amazon EC2. Why we used Amazon EC2. Okay. So Amazon EC2 provides on-demand virtual servers in the cloud. Okay. And its benefits help individuals, startups, and enterprises run applications faster, cheaper, and more securely. So that's why we use and we more prefer nowadays to use the EC2 instances because it is a more faster, cheaper, and more secure. Okay, so let's discuss one by one all the benefits. So first one is the scalability and elasticity. This is the most important benefit. So what it means basically, EC2 allows you to increase or decrease server capacity anytime. So this is the elasticity and scalability. This is the benefit of the EC2. Okay. Automatically or manually. Okay. So this is the benefit. You automatically also you can increase or decrease the server capacity anytime. Okay. Types like vertical scaling and the horizontal scaling. So in vertical scaling, change instance size. Like suppose you want to change the size of the instance like T3 to M5, so you can do. Horizontal scaling, in this basically we add or remove the instances. So for this, we use the horizontal scaling. Okay, example like a normal websites get 100 users per day. Okay, and during sale day it gets 10,000 users. Okay, so without EC2 website crash, right? Normal website, it is a normal website. Okay, so per day 100 users are available there. Okay, selling or buying. But if suppose any day there is a sale, so maybe that 10,000 users gets that. So in that case, without EC2, what will be happen? It's normally like a website will get crash, right? But with EC2, auto scaling adds more instances. Okay, so automatically more instances will be add. So for this, auto scaling is in EC2 we used. Okay, so after traffic reduces, EC2 automatically remove extra servers. So see how means good to use this EC2, how beneficial, and why this is power powerful. You don't pay for unused servers. This is the most important benefit you can keep in your mind. Like you have to pay the how much you have used, only for that you have to pay. So unused servers you no need to pay. So this is the benefit of the EC2. Next one is the pay as you go cost model. This is the cost efficiency. Okay, so what it means, you pay only for the time EC2 runs, not for idle hardware. So this is the means of the pay as you go cost model. Means when you are using when your EC2 is running, so for that time only you have to pay, not for the idle hardware. Example like server runs for 5 hours per day, so you pay only for 5 hours, not 24 hours. So and pricing options like on demand, like pay hourly or second. This is on demand. Okay, these are like cheaper for long term use. Suppose you want to use for the long term, so it will be cheaper. A spot like very low cost for flexible jobs. Okay, so this is the pricing option. What options you want to use? Example like a DevOps engineer uses EC2 only during office hours. So huge cost saving. In this way, DevOps engineer can save the huge amount, right? Only they have to pay only during the office hours price. So this is the benefit of the EC2. Next one is the high availability and fault tolerance. So what does it mean? High availability and fault tolerance means EC2 runs in multiple availability zones. Okay. And if one availability zone fail, another takes over, because multiple availability zones are running, right? So if one will get fail, then another will start automatically. So example like backing app deployed in two availability zones. Okay, so one data center goes down, so app continues running. There is no any effect on the app, means app will not get slow, app will not get closed instead of users. Why? Because parallelly if one this data center will go down, another will start, another takes over. Okay, so that is the benefits of the EC2. This is the high availability, we can say. Flexibility like OS tools and configuration. This is the fourth benefits. Okay, So what it means, like you can choose any operating system and software stack supported, like it support the Linux, Amazon Linux, Ubuntu, RHEL, okay, Windows servers, custom AMIs according to your choice. You can customize your AMI, okay, your template. Example like Java app, you can use the Linux EC2, and .NET app, you can use the Windows EC2. So you are not locked to one technology. Okay, so this is the flexibility in EC2. So this is also very good, right? According to your choice, you can use the operating system or any Windows servers, or you can customize the AMI. So this is the benefit. Next one is the fast deployment. Okay, like a speed and agility. What it means? Like launch servers in minutes instead of weeks. So this is the fast deployment. Uh, Generally, in deployment, sometimes it takes a week or month, right? But when you use the EC2, in that case, you can launch the servers in a minutes instead of weeks. Okay, example like traditional setup: buy server, install OS, configure network. It takes weeks, right? You have to buy the servers, and you have to, inside that you have to install the operating system, then you have to configure, okay, what all the requirements. In that way you have to configure the network and everything. So it will take the weeks. But when in you use the EC2, you have to simply select the AMI, click launch, ready in 2 to 5 minutes. So perfect for startup and DevOps teams, right? So that's why this is the benefit of the EC2: speed and agility. Next one is security and compliance. So what it means? EC2 provides enterprise level security. Okay, security features you can see like a security groups, virtual firewall, IAM role, like only the permission. If you want to give the specific users, you can provide the permission. Every users cannot access that particular EC2 instances or servers. So this is the IAM roles. Encrypted EBS volumes, okay, VPC isolation. So these are all the security features in the EC2. Example like only port 22 is used for SSH and 80 is used for HTTP it allowed. Okay, all other ports will be blocked. So this is the security purpose. This is for the compliance purpose, and much safer than on-prem servers. Okay, so that's all for today. I don't want to just take more time. Please go through this all again and try to understand what all the we have discussed now. Whether you are able to understand, whether you are able to relate, like how these benefits are using, what is the, you know, how we can use the EC2 instances. Just to go through this again and try to, if you have any doubt, you can ask me in the chat or in the comment, or you can take the help of the Google and try to, uh, learn, like if anywhere doubt, if you have, if you seriously want to learn AWS, so try to spend more time to learn it. Okay, so I just don't want to explain more today, and I don't want to take more time. Next, all the benefits we will discuss in the next video. So till then, keep learning. And if you like this video, so please like, share, and subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.